What's good, guys? It's Man here from Team Emporium, and today I've got a new video for you. So today's video is going to be another top 5/top 10, but this time it's top 5, and this is going to be side deck cards for when you're forced to go second. So going second can be quite tough, especially in the days where deck will set multiple negations and you have to try and break their board. Well, these cards are going to be some things to help you break their board, or to stop them from setting up in general. So, like last time, it's not going to be in any particular order. So it's just going to be off a list I've got here on my phone. But before I get into that, don't forget to like and subscribe and comment on the video. We'd love to hear your thoughts, see what you guys think, see if any of the cards I could have put on or any of your spicy tech choices that you use for going second. And also, don't forget to follow us on Twitter, Facebook and Instagram. It'd be great to see you guys there. We interact with you all and we post regularly, so that way we can ask you guys questions, see you guys' thoughts on different things, and talk to you and get more feedback and stuff like that, and give you daily updates about the channel. Without further ado, let's get to the list. So starting off is Dino Wrestler Pancratops. So Pancratops is a really good card. Since it came out as a common, so it was pretty cheap to pick up anyway. But when it came out, it was a really good card. You can special summon it from your hand if your opponent controls more monsters than you. So unlike Cyber Dragon, where you have to control no monsters, it's just if your opponent controls more monsters. So it's really beneficial. Even if you draw into it after Saryuja and the opponent has 2 monsters and Saryuja is the only one you have, you can still special it off its own effect. So it's really good, and it's an inherent special summon, so it's not limited by any certain restrictions. Its effect is you can tribute it or a Dino Wrestler monster you control, tribute it off the field. That's a quick effect as well, and it tributes its cost to then destroy one card your opponent controls. It's really good, and it's 2600 attack points anyway, but being able to pop a card your opponent controls is really good, because you can either force them to use a negation or they're going to lose it. Either way, they'll be down a negation. So that's definitely something worth considering as Pancratops. Next, for my side deck cards for going second would be Board Wipers. Cards that help you clear your opponent's board, I should put it. So things like Dark Hole, Raigeki, Interrupted Kaiju Slumber, but with Kaiju Slumber you'd need the Kaijus, or in my opinion one of the best ones, Evenly Matched. With Evenly Matched you do have to give up your battle phase, and to use it from your hand you have to control, I believe, no spell traps or no cards. I'm not too sure, but basically you're able to just banish face down all cards your opponent controls bar 1, because assuming that would be the amount you control. It's a really good card, and if your opponent's comboed off first and you've managed to bait away the negates and you use this, you clear the board, they're going to struggle to recover from that type of thing, where you've still got an abundance of resources that you can try and play through. So it's definitely something I'd say consider getting, is cards to wipe your opponent's board. Next, this is going to be aimed towards the back row heavy decks, or decks that have a lot of spells and traps. Twin Twisters. So Twin Twisters is pretty self-explanatory. You discard one card, target 2 spells, traps on the field, pop them, and you can even pop your own to try and get your own effects. But it's going to be mainly to clear your opponent's spells and traps. And again, like Pancratops, it's going to be forcing them to use a negation, or they're going to lose it either way. It's really good. The decks will be best against would be stuff like Sky Strikers, Salamangreat, Altergeist, True Draco, to get rid of those floodgates and stuff like that. So Twin Twisters is definitely something a lot of decks who are going second should either main or at least side, if they can't find a way to fit it in the main deck. And if you're forced to go second, it's definitely something that you want to have in your side, just to give you a little bit of a boost when you're trying to deal with some of these difficult decks. Next is again for another set of back row heavy decks, but these are more trap based, and that is Red Reboot. So Red Reboot, you can activate from your hand, but I believe by paying half your life points. And then what is, it negates your opponent's trap. They set it face down, they get to set one from the deck, which kind of sucks you, because you're giving them a choice of the trap that they want, but then they can't activate traps for the rest of the turn. And if your deck is combo eccentric and the traps would really interrupt you, it's really beneficial, because you stop your opponent from comboing off, well, not comboing off, from interrupting your combos. Or if your deck OTKs, it's really good just to get your monsters out and beat them down as quick as possible by stopping their traps for the rest of the turn. However, paying half your life points is quite a steep cost, especially in the time rules. So I would take this one with a pinch of salt, but I definitely recommend picking it up. And finally, the last one on the list would be hand traps. So stuff like Ash Blossom, Ghost Ogre, Effect Veiler, things like that, Infinite Impermanence. But mostly, I'm recommending Gnome Material. So Gnome Material is a really good going second hand trap, where you can only use it if you control no monsters, control no cards, I believe, which absolutely sucks. So it's definitely only good going second. But once you use it, when your opponent special summons a monster and you use this to target that monster or one of the other monsters that they have, they cannot use that monster to fusion, synchro, Xyz, link, or they can't tribute that monster. So they cannot use that monster for any type of summoning methods, which is really good. It can stop their plays dead in the tracks if you use it at the right time. So against something like Orcust, they summon their Nightmare, Cerberus, or Phoenix to use no material to stop them right there. They can't go into the extra deck plays as well, so they'd have to just maybe set one pass type of thing, or pass on just that monster, and that really hurts their plays and really slows them down. And for a lot of them, they only use one of the Nightmare monsters before they go into Mermaid, so you could pretty much almost entirely kill that deck there. Another deck could be quite good against, depending on when you use it, something like Dragon Lynx. So if they summon Draconet and then they special the level 2 Tuna monster, and you use on the Tuna monster, you stop them from making an IB, and you can stop them from going off from there, and that really slows them down. Because they've wasted a normal summon. They can't go into their main combo starter, and it hurts a lot. I know this one again, I'd say take with a pinch of salt, because this card then really sucks against something like Guru Control or True Draco, or like decks that don't really special summon that often, or don't do a lot of that aren't quite extra deck based. This card isn't as good, but it's still definitely something I'd consider. But yeah, so no material or hand traps in general are really good for when you have to go second. But that's it. So, like I said, guys, leave a comment, let us know what you guys think, any spicy text that you guys have for going second, or any side deck cards that you have. Give us a like, and don't forget to subscribe, and follow us on Twitter, Facebook and Instagram. And yeah, so I'll be uploading again soon. I'm slowly getting back into the swing of things, and so the guys will be back soon, so we'll be able to get more videos for you soon. We've got a couple of deck profiles in the works, something that we were meant to get out to you a while ago, but it kind of went wrong before one of the guys went away, so now we'll be able to get that for you. We've got more discussions and stuff coming your way, and it's not going to be just me. We'll have all of us, and sometimes I'll be behind the camera, and we'll see how this all goes. But yeah, so I'll see you guys in the next one.